Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. Today we're going to have a look at an item that you should have in your emergency kit, your bug out kit, your disaster kit, whatever you want to call it, and that is a headlamp. This is the Nitecore Hc60 version 2. And of course, if at the ending of the video you want to purchase a Nitecore Hc60, make sure you check out the link in the description below. You absolutely must have a headlamp in your emergency kit. Yeah, you should have regular flashlights and candles and possibly even solar lights, but a headlamp is a must. What this is going to enable you to do is point the light at whatever direction you're looking in and have your hands free. You can use the head strap to wrap around things, and depending on what model you get, you might be able to adjust the light in specific angles. Let's have a closer look. Alright, so in the box, you're going to get the headlamp itself with the head strap, one 18650 3400 milliamp battery, this is about a foot long USB-C charging cable, and some replacement gaskets. And on the topic of the gaskets, if you're wondering what the waterproof rating of the Hc60 is, it's IPX7, so it can be submerged in 1 meter of water for half an hour without sustaining water damage. So definitely going to be able to walk in the rain with this guy. Now, if your battery happens to be damaged or drained, you can replace one of these with two CR123As, run them in series, and that should work fine. And the side that the battery's on is the side without the tether. So the tether's on this side, battery goes in on this side. Button top goes in this way. And you just screw it in. Alright, let's have a look at where you charge the Hc60, because that's one of the major changes that they did. They changed it from a micro USB to a USB-C. And it's just going to plug right into here. Okay, and he's blinking here, got that blinking blue light. When it's done charging, it'll stay solid blue. Alright, if you're wondering about battery life, now let's have a look at the technical specs here. So, you got your 1 lumen for 680 hours. They like to advertise that, but really this 1 lumen is going to be pretty much useless. Same thing at this 40 lumens at 26 hours. You're really going to be somewhere in between the 450 high and the mid 250. So you get about 6 hours and 30 minutes there on the mid. High, 2 hours 50 minutes, and turbo, which is unbelievable at 45 minutes. Now granted, you're not going to get to keep it on turbo for 45 minutes because it's going to get too hot. It's going to shut off automatically. But keeping in mind, I've had this since my trip to the Grand Tetons, to Yellowstone. I went to the Overland Expo as well as Grand Canyon South, and I haven't had to charge this not once yet. So these specs, pretty good. Let's have a look to see how the Hc60 is mounted into this headpiece here. So you basically have these two rubber arms that are inserted into this contoured headpiece back here. So that fits the shape of your forehead. And it's held together by friction. And they also sell replacement rubber arms in case those go bad. Here's a good look at the knurling on the end caps. That's a nice touch. 4 torque screws here on the face of the headlamp. You would remove those to replace the gaskets. Alright, let's see how much rotation we get here. So we should be able to get quite a bit. We can just keep grabbing it and moving it around. Yeah, that's almost 90 degrees up this way. And you should be able to get 90 degrees going down this way. This is really going to save your neck. You don't have to bend it over. Instead of bending your neck, you would just bend that down. And as mentioned before, you can take this strap and then lash it to something and then just adjust the headlamp itself. It really does allow you to be hands-free and is really going to save those muscles in your neck. It's really convenient. So we got a smooth reflector in here. The LED that's down in there is an Osram P9, so that's a really high quality LED. The field of light should be about 100 degrees, so this is going to be more of a floodlight than a spotlight, and we'll have a look at the beam pattern in just a second. And very simple controls all through this one button right here. Just to show you how the one-touch control works, so if you just tap it, it's going to go straight to ultra low, and then you just click one at a time to go from ultra low to mid to high to turbo, and then it'll go back down to ultra low. The HC60 does have memory, so I'm just going to quick tap it to get into ultra low, and then mid. All right, so that's mid. I'm going to long press to shut it off. And then to get it back to where it was, I'm just going to turn it on, and I'm right back at mid. So let me turn it off here. The shortcut to get into turbo is just to long press, and then you get your turbo 1200 lumens. And again, you just long press to turn it off. And then the shortcut to get into your auxiliary modes is just a double tap. So there is your strobe. Then you're going to have your SOS. And then your beacon flash. Again at 1200 lumens. And long press to off. And I know some of you are going to be curious as to how large this unit is. So here is a AA battery. So, roughly about the same size. It's a AA battery. Let's try a weight reference here. That's a Samsung S20 with a case. Coming in 7.2 ounces. Yep, 7.2 ounces. The H60 with the battery weighing in at about 5.5 ounces. So lighter than a cell phone on the top of your head. All right, we're going to step outside and have a look at each of these profiles so you can see how bright they are. So we're just going to go over them really quickly, and then I'm going to step back at 5, 7, and 10 yards just to show you the throw on each of these lighting profiles. Let's have a look. All right, there is a look at 1 lumen. You can barely see it in there. There we go. That's the second level at 40 lumens. Next up is 250 lumens. You can see I'm behind home plate there on a baseball field. So that's mid at 250 lumens. That's 450 lumens. And now we have turbo at 1200 lumens. And we should go back down to 1 lumen. Can't see a thing. All right, let's step through this. That's 1 lumen at 5 yards. 7 yards. Can't even see back there at 10 yards. 40 lumens, 5 yards. 7 yards, and you can see it just back here at 10 yards. Gonna have much better lighting here at 5 yards, 250 lumens, there's 7 yards, and then 10 yards, 450 lumens, 5 yards, 7 yards, and 10 yards. Here's turbo. You're supposed to be able to get about 145 yards back there, easily lit, easily lit. Here is a look at the field of view, 100 degrees. This is going to be at 250 lumens. That's the third level. Just a screaming deal for $65. You get an Osram P9 LED, rechargeable 18650 battery. The headlamp is adjustable 180 degrees up and down. It's lightweight. There's a good look around. It's going to be really useful in the field. Well, all right, guys. Once again, that is the Nitecore Hc60 version 2. Remember, if you want to purchase this headlamp, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.